Okay, it's time to get a bit more practice. We've got another exercise. This one's a bit different. I'm giving you code that is currently invalid. So I've got two variables that I've declared, Dune and cats, and they're both of this type movie, but that type doesn't exist yet. Cannot find name movie. So part one of this exercise, your task is to create that type alias, and you'll need to set it up based off of these variables I've already given you. So there's a title that needs to be a string, for example. And these are both variables follow the same pattern. So they've got a nested object called box office that has the budget, the gross US, the gross worldwide. There is one difference, which is that Dune has an original title, whereas cats does not. So that is an optional property. I noted that here. Make sure that original title is optional. And then also, just as a bonus, let's make sure title is read only. I don't know why, just let's say you can't change title. We've got to fit that in somehow. Okay, so your first task is to write that type so that that error goes away. And then I'd like you to write a function called getProfit. And getProfit will accept a single object of type movie that you defined earlier. And it should return the movie's worldwide gross subtracted by its worldwide, or by its budget. There's no worldwide budget, just budget. So basically this number subtracted by this number, or this worldwide subtracted by this budget. So when we pass in cats, which is of type movie, we get negative, $21 million it lost? Okay, so pause it and try this exercise on your own, and here is my solution. So we need to make this type called movie. So we're going to write type and then movie equals, and we'll just go in order. So title is a string. The order doesn't matter, of course. If I have title first or last, the JavaScript or TypeScript doesn't care at all. And then we've got original title, which is a string. Director is a string. Release year is a number. What else do we have? And then we have box office, which is an object. So nested object type, where budget is a number, gross US is a number, and gross worldwide is a number. You do have to pay attention to capitalization, just match what I had down here and down here. We're almost there. I mean, we're getting fewer errors, but we are going to run into a problem with cats. It says original title is missing, so that is supposed to be optional, remember, so I'll put a question mark there. Also, title was supposed to be read only. Okay, so now those errors go away for Dune and cats. And now we write our function. So getProfit is supposed to accept a movie of type movie. So it's an object of that type. And it's going to return a number. We don't have to put that in there, but I always like to be explicit. And then we just need to get the worldwide gross and the budget. So one option would be to do, movie.boxoffice.gross worldwide and save that. Maybe just return that. Return gross worldwide minus movie.boxoffice.budget. But that's fine. It's a little long. So another way would be to destructure in here and do something like const something equals movie.boxoffice. And in here we destructure gross worldwide and budget. And then this can be refactored to simply be return gross worldwide minus budget. Or the third iteration of this that is probably a little much to do inline, but we can do inline, would be this. We can destructure box office, and from inside that, destructure gross worldwide and budget. And then in here, I have access to those variables, gross worldwide and budget. We can do that. I just get confused when we have this nested destructuring, but any of these are going to work for us. All right, so let's just test them out. Well, that's really all that there is to test out that one function. Let's do a console.log getProfit on Dune, which should be positive. I think it made like $200 something million. And then for cats. And then we'll compile this. So it's the objects exercise for me. I'm working in the solution file. And then we can run the corresponding JS file. All right, so yeah, we get 200 something million for Dune and negative 21 million for cats. So different solutions, just involving different JavaScript syntax, but really the core of this is setting the type to be movie of the parameter that we expect and the return type to be number.